Negative 43 on your UHF dial. We are KUNTTV, Sneedville, Purgatory. Hello again, Sneedville. I'm Rich Baritone, and we are going to do something very different today here on Negative 43 TV. As you already know, Tyree Sneed has been very dull as of late, posting many YouTube shorts of himself cavorting about South Texas with an unidentified man who can probably tell us if broken teeth have a negative impact while receiving oral sex. Sneed did, in fact, do a stream recently that was very restream worthy. Of course, he deleted it because he knew that Negative 43 TV was just waiting to rebroadcast it. That's okay though, because we here at Negative 43 TV cover all of Purgatory, not just Sneedville. And the biggest news in all of Purgatory right now is happening in the Cyraxx Corner suburb of Akron, where Cyraxx continues to bury himself both legally and personally on YouTube, as you will soon hear. I need not go into the context of what is currently unfolding in Akron. If you are watching this, you already know the context of the situation. So what can I possibly add to the torrent of media coverage concerning this unfolding story? How about a debate? That's right, it's time for me, Rich Baritone, to debate Cyraxx on the merits of his continuing to post content relative to his pending case. At this time, it can be assumed that Chance Wilkins' continued YouTube activity has assured his assault conviction, and jail could be the least of his concerns. Life-altering consequences for Cyraxx are all but certain. Things like long probation periods and placement in a halfway house, for example. I'd go on, but anyone who watched Negative 43 TV during the 45-day bit of Tyree Sneed knows that when it comes to legal matters, we here at Negative 43 TV can't find our ass in our underwear. Before we start today, we'd like to thank News Radio 666, CPDO, and Cyraxx Corners for supplying the audio you are about to hear. The staff at CPDO did its best to improve the audio quality. Cyraxx is much more audible here than in the original video, but most of the noise proved too great to completely remove. The name of the video from which this audio is taken from is Standing Up for Myself and My Family, and can be found on Cyraxx's new channel, Metalcore Mania, a link to which is in the description box below. I will now give the opening statement to Cyraxx.
What up, y'all?
Not much, just wasting my golden years trolling thalidomide babies such as yourself.
So, I'll be getting the question of why did I say what I said about that dude deserving it? Well, let me tell you.
Pardon my interruption, but telling us yet again about the motives behind your actions is not a good move for you. I have a feeling that everything you say from this moment on will just add to the mountain of evidence against you. I'm done. Please continue.
I'm going to be very honest. I did say that guy deserved it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I didn't say that, because I did. But there's a reason why I said that. It's because that man, when he showed up here, harassed and attacked my family.
I will start by saying that you have more nerve than Tyree Sneed, who would have never walked out of a house with a baseball bat. Tyree Sneed would have snuck out the back door, then he would have ran through some neighbors' backyards, then he would find an address to call an Uber to, then he would depart for the nearest bus terminal. But really, your delusions are at levels proven by clinical studies to be dangerous to wildlife. We have all seen the footage of Music Biz Marty effortlessly beating what ass you have within 10 seconds while you were screaming like, as you kids say, a little bitch. You then attack a man with a bat who catches the barrel of said bat mid-swing, then holds you at arm's length while you try to kick him but your legs are too short. You then dropped the bat and ran into your house when a neighbor approached you. Never drop your weapon, dummy. It's evidence. I submit to you that you are a gaping slit. Your turn.
After rallying and riling up half my neighborhood and coming here to harass us and my family.
I don't understand how your neighbors have put up with the never-ending police calls to your address, but now that your entire neighborhood knows about you, I imagine just going outside is quite risky.
And you know what's sad? If the cops would have done their fucking job, this could have all been prevented.
The police did do their jobs. They arrested you for assault. 100% of your internet harassment claims are not actionable at a local level. Akron PD did not make you walk out of your house with a Ken doll-sized baseball bat. It's your fault. All of it. I'll bet your public defender loves you.
All this started because the police would not help us.
You really should just shut up.
My family has reached out over 113 times for help, but nothing got done. And now, as a result of them not helping us, I'm now in a court case.
You have a court case because you committed assault, and there is nothing alleged about that. It's a fact confirmed by several videos that recorded your assault from multiple angles. What you gotta say about that?
So yes, I do blame the police for what happened that day.
Well, you getting arrested that day? That was the fault of the police in that they did it. The rest of it is on you, goat shoulders.
If they had done their job and actually looked into this situation, this whole thing could have been prevented.
You getting off of the internet would have prevented all of this, and the court will hopefully make staying off the internet a part of your probation, cause it's coming.
Him coming here could have been prevented. All the shit that went down could have been prevented.
You are the only person that could have prevented, quote, what went down, end quote.
But because of the cops not taking my family seriously and acting very unprofessional, I had to take matters into my own hands.
You can't, as you said, take matters into your own hands because you are not above the law.
And I'm sorry, but when you showed to my house and harassed my family, and you sit there and antagonize them and get in their face while you're on our property.
No one was in your face until you decided to physically engage with the protester. Sidewalks and streets are public property, and that is where 100% of this occurred. Again, we have video confirmation of this fact.
And we tell you to leave and you don't leave.
That V-shaped palate of yours sure makes talking difficult, doesn't it?
That gives us every right to do what we did.
You had no right to do what you did. There was no what we did because there was no we. You acted alone.
I did not physically hit that man with the bat. He caught the bat and grabbed it away from me.
You swung a bat at someone and he caught the barrel of said bat with his bare hand. In order to catch something, it must hit your hands. Therefore, you struck him with a bat. I have other thoughts on this, but I'll wait.
That does not constitute simple assault.
You know, I don't think it's accurate to say that what you did was simple assault. What you did could more accurately be described as simpleton assault.
That is not assault. If I hit him, then yes, that's assault.
You finally said something I agree with.
But this man sat there a few weeks prior and threatened to shoot up my family, threatened to shoot up me. And when he showed
Things that never happened for 200, Alex.
I had every right and reason to do what I did. Like I said, I know this doesn't look favorable on me, and I get that.
If you got that, you would stop talking right now.
But y'all need to realize, all y'all trolls that do this shit, y'all need to fucking realize that what you're doing gets people hurt. What you're doing gets people killed.
Wait, that is a general threat of killing people. This should be pointed out to the prosecution.
What you're doing lands innocent people in prison and in jail.
If you kill someone, you are not an innocent person.
Like, when is enough enough? When are you guys gonna fucking stop? Huh? When are you gonna stop going after people for no reason? When are you guys gonna grow up and stop the bullshit?
When are you trolls gonna grow up? When are you gonna grow up? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I know why. Because you are incapable of growing up and living independently in modern society. You are what we used to call adult.
Like I said, that man riled up half my neighborhood and started harassing me and my family.
You can't just say it, you gotta prove it.
And like I said, the only reason why I went out there with the bat is because of the fact that he riled up half our neighborhood, would not leave our property. And when I swung the bat at him, he caught it, and that's what pushed him on the public property.
If you swing a baseball bat at someone as hard as you can, and they catch the barrel of the bat with their bare hands while sustaining no broken bones, and that person controls you and your bat with one hand, not only do you have zero bat speed, but you should be prepared to die, because you're about to get fucked up. And as I said earlier, there is video evidence that this occurred on public property. Film don't lie, as they used to say when Jack Benny was still on the air.
I never hit him. He grabbed the bat. He literally grabbed it and yanked it away after me and him tussled with it for a moment.
He grabbed the bat in self-defense. You had both hands on that bat, and you still couldn't take the dad-blamed thing from him even as he was recording you on his phone with his free hand. You were holding that bat like a teddy bear while he still controlled you with one hand. He did not take the bat away. You dropped it when the neighbor approached you. Pardon my redundancy, but I had to make that point again. Go on, please.
So I don't know what kind of crackhead bullshit you guys are on, but you need to stop.
The trolls will stop when you stop your antagonization of said trolls. This is all your fault. All your fault.
I know why you guys are doing this. You're doing this because you want to make me out to be the next Chris Chan, and that's not going to happen.
Are you sure about that? Sally giving up the stinky pinky, huh? I would not be shocked.
I'm not going to let that happen. I will fight this whole damn thing tooth and nail.
There is nothing to fight. You are guilty. And you fell for a catfishing operation fronted by a, quote, 14-year-old girl, end quote. This proved your pedophilic tendencies. Video of this still exists and is doubtless in the hands of the prosecution. While this was somehow unactionable, it did happen, comma, you sick fuck.
I'm not going to let that happen. I will fight this whole damn thing tooth and nail. Because if anybody deserves to be arrested, it's all of you guys that have harassed me and harassed my family for the last 5 to 7 years.
Nothing the trolls have done over the last 5 to 7 years has been illegal to my knowledge. There has never been a situation where any of your trolls faced arrest for no other reason than Akron cops can't arrest someone in Bolingbrook, Illinois. This situation was beyond their control until you decided to go all Buford Pusser on a man holding a sign on public property. Admit that you're done and be a man for once.
I don't deserve it. If anybody should be going to court, it's you guys, not me.
Since I come from Sneedville, I keep expecting you to say that we're looking at federal charges and your paralegal will be contacting us.
You know, these last several years, I tried to mind my own business.
You have not been minding your own business. You have been starting online fights and cutting wrestling promos in which you have threatened to kill people. Among other things, you mong.
But because I don't do what you want, because I'm not doing what you want, you guys feel like you have the right to do this shit. And you don't have that right, man.
He has the right to stand in front of your house with a sign. Your trolls have the right of free speech to troll you, It's all constitutional and everything. It's neat.
You don't have that right to do what you guys are doing to me.
Just from looking at your teeth, I'm going to assume you have earwax buildup. You didn't hear anything I just said, did you?
When are you guys gonna grow up and fucking stop, huh? When are you gonna grow up, shut up, and cut the bullshit?
You've been standing in bullshit for so long you've become nose blind.
I know what you guys are trying to do, and it's not gonna work. Like I said, I'll fight this whole damn thing my entire life if I have to.
When you say, I'll fight this whole damn thing my entire life if I have to, I'm assuming that you were talking about fetal alcohol syndrome. You're not going to win that fight either, but you already know that.
If it means putting a stop to the bullying and the low-cal garbage on the internet, I'll fight this shit. I don't care. I will fight this shit as long as I need to. But most important, I am calling out the Ashland PD for not doing their job.
This whole blaming the cops thing is not working for you. You don't need to be saying any of this. I hope you're this combative in court, and you will be, because you're a deluded clit.
Over 113 times, my family has reached out for you guys' help. Over 113 times, my family has begged and screamed and pleaded for help from you guys. And what did you do? You failed us. You mocked us. You laughed at us.
They laughed at you because all of you are clowns. All of you. Ed stays ripped on perks, Sally has back problems because her tits hang down to her feet, and you spaz out on YouTube while doing nothing that could even vaguely be described as productive. None of you have or serve a purpose. You're all human refuse.
Instead of trying to get us the help we needed, you sat there and neglected us and laughed at us. And then you try to blame the whole fence thing on me when that wasn't on me. And then you try to tell our landlady to evict us.
Your landlady needs to grow a spine and evict all of you for being a public nuisance. But the landlady likes Sally, and Sally takes advantage of it. This is where a husband might come in handy, perhaps a grown son, because they have no fear of or respect for the landlady.
Or more so me, saying that I'm the problem, but I'm not the problem.
We think that you're the problem. The police think that you're the problem. The landlady knows you're the problem, but is too gutless to kick you out. Sally knows you're the problem, but she's afraid of you. Ed, of course, doesn't know shit because he's constantly strung out on pills. The prosecutor's office knows you're the problem. The judge in your case knows you're the problem. What the hell, roadkill knows you're the problem. But do keep running your dental abscess storage unit.
The problem here is you guys. The problem here is the troll. That's the problem.
You have trolls because of your stupid content, your fucked up teeth, your all-encompassing delusions, and your inability to keep an e-car on a track. Oh, and your scalp scabs. Can't forget the scalp scabs. Never, never, never.
You guys need to do your fucking job. Seriously. Stop fucking neglecting people. Stop neglecting people that go through this shit.
Well, you won't be neglected for much longer because Stark County is fixing to give you a brand new probation officer. Yes, from the Stark County Hall of Justice, a 2023 model probation officer. Your new PO comes complete with a briefcase full of enforceable court orders. You'll stay off the internet with ease as your probation officer enforces your no internet order. With your new probation officer, you'll learn of the simple pleasures of being compelled to work a minimum wage job by court order, and your PO will be there to force you along every step of the way. We hope you enjoy your new court-appointed probation officer from Whammo!
Because what they're going through when it comes to shelters is very real.
That skull deformity sure gets in the way of your tongue, doesn't it?
And no one deserves it at all. Like I said, do I regret what I did to the guy? From a legal standpoint, yes. But from a personal standpoint, no, because I have a right to defend my family.
I submit you lost your temper. Nothing else happened but that. Okay, I get how a person standing on the public sidewalk in front of the house that Sally rents with a sign declaring you to be a creep, shall I say, would probably make anyone angry. But imagine how mad you would be if the words on the sign weren't true. You'd really go crazy then, I'll betcha.
He came onto our property and harassed me and my family after riling up half the neighborhood and got them down here to harass us as well.
You may not know this, but public baseball bat attacks by a 4'10" circus freak with scalp conditions will rile up any neighborhood. Know why the neighbors came down? They came down to see you be a victim of a justifiable homicide because they hate you. They hate you because you constantly call the police to the neighborhood because some troll pissed you off. It's hard enough selling crack as it is without you calling the cops twice a month to report YouTube trolling.
I was only protecting myself and my family.
The man you assaulted was unarmed, unlike yourself. At this point, you are repeating the same 3 points ad nauseum.
That's all I was doing. I was doing like anybody else would do and protecting myself and my family from being hurt. Because I have full-fledged evidence of this guy wanting to come down here ahead of time. I have actual evidence of him posting in Discord about coming down here to hurt me and my family.
You're like a dog with a bobtail chasing its asshole. I've already answered this claim definitively. You are lying. I don't know how much more of your shit I can take.
So yes, I had every right and reason to do what I did. But I want you trolls to know that what you do is so disgusting and so defiling and wrong and vile. No one deserves what you fucking do to them. No one deserves that.
Now listen to this.
Not me. Chris didn't deserve it. Tony didn't deserve it. Heather Corona didn't deserve it. Suplex City Vlogs didn't deserve it. No one deserves what you guys do to them.
Well, that's quite a group of miscreants and mommy fuckers you have placed yourself in. You might want to rethink all of that, but I'll bet you won't.
Y'all's troll shit needs to stop.
I don't see it happening, what with your impending doom and all.
Before someone seriously gets hurt.
And so you choose to end this debate with another blanket threat of physical harm. The person who stands to get seriously hurt here is you. Your display of physical impotence when a 150-pound man fought off your deranged, feeble club attack with one hand was comedy gold, yet sad, because it encapsulates your failed life. You are not a badass, you are not a guitar player or a rapper or anything else. You are as nothing as a human being can be. And just think, if I just gutted every argument you made today, what will the attorney for the prosecution do to you? Though we are done here for today, I do encourage you to keep making these aggressive, threatening videos, as you're already fucked anyhow, and be more unrepentant. That will go down well. I hope you wind up in a supervised living environment, and that includes jail. With that, this has been my debate with Cyraxx on Negative 43 TV. I'm Rich Baritone, and until the next time, I'll talk to you.